snap, and then the defensive end. Both of them.
I'm a big fan of their always I feel like they're on the best day of my life.
Oh, I was so excited.
And when you have significantly more than the Chargers.
I got the Bills.
I have it all. This, that. Welcome in, everybody. This is the Who Had to Play podcast. I am Austin. That is Ryan. Week 3 is in the book. Week 4 is upon us. Boy, what a weekend. We've got a few things that might get blocked, just like all of those kicks. But this is going to be an interesting run. We're happy to be here. Some of our time constraints have been lifted, although not all of them. So we might be able to put out something that's not quite as horrendously rushed as last week.
Yeah, that was rough. I'll tell you what's not rough. Cold beers down at Sticks Golf Lounge in Humboldt, Kansas, right down on the square. Stop in, let them know Austin and Ryan sent you. They're, like Austin's been saying the last 3 weeks, they're still with us. We still love them. They still tolerate us. Stop in, let them know that we're sending you their way. The only thing that could get fucked up any worse after this weekend of football would be just, I don't know, kickers finding a reason for them to be kicked out of the fucking game. We're going to get into that a little bit later. I might have a small rant to go on.
Oh, boy.
I know. Yeah, I wasn't actually prepared for it, but you just said blocked. And that wasn't even the most impressive thing that's happened this weekend or this season. So, let's get into the fantasy league. Let's get that shit show over with. Not too happy about that, but you know, what can you do?
That's weird. I'm oddly pleased.
Yeah, well, one of us has to. Stop with the fantasy basketball.
Yeah, nobody likes that shit.
Real sports are in talk here.
First of all, before we even get into any of the games that happened, we need to address a free agent.
Does he do it again this season?
I don't know that ever happens again. I mean, he's literally the first player to ever have the stat line he had on defense. If you haven't figured out, it's Isaiah Rodgers for the Colts. Put up a measly defensive stat.
Vikings.
Vikings, yes. Put up the measly stat line of 2 defensive touchdowns, a fumble recovery, an interception, I think a pass defensed, and a couple of tackles, which our league favors defensive players.
It does.
Mind you, I am very happy with the way I had 2 of my defenders go off against you this week.
Hey, no.
Of 64.8 points, I believe, was their grand total. Rodgers scored 65.5.
Unfucking believable. Texting back and forth during that game was just... You ended up coming over afterwards, and it was just an we couldn't say much because it was, will he stop?
Yep. I wasn't sure. Like, you texted me and you were like, holy shit. And I was like, dude, have you checked sleeper for his fantasy total? And you're like, no.
I knew he wasn't on my roster. I knew he wasn't on your roster. So I was like, okay, I'm not benefiting and I'm not getting fucked because of this. And oh my God.
I'm almost willing to bet that will probably end up being the highest single point total or single game total we have for any player, and that's now something I'm going to keep an eye on. Because holy shit.
That was insanity.
So, getting into the league itself, the battle of the podcasters, I took down Ryan 181 to 133.
My worst showing all season.
My best by a lot.
Yeah.
Two Girls, One Cup takes down Glory B to the A-Gap, 156-100. Riley Reed Option loses to Team DWAC by 4, just under 4 points. What Are You Doing, Stepboro puts up a good week, but not good enough. 2 thumbs up, moves to 3-0 with 177 against his 162. Long Duck Dong, the other 3-0 team, also squeaks out a victory, 172-169. And number 1 Tallywhacker, another close game, gets his first win, 170 over Kareem Pies' 167. We are now incredibly balanced across this league. We have 2 3-0 teams. We have 4 2-1 teams. We have 4 1-2 teams, and we have 2 0-3 teams.
Love it. Here's the craziest thing. Moving on into next week, I take on Riley Reed Option, who is 0-3. I'm 2-1. There's a 60% chance that he wins, according to Sleeper. I might not make a roster adjustment just to see if what I think is going to happen is going to happen. But at the same time, Isaiah Rodgers is on the opposite side of my quarterback this week, and I don't need that stat line from Aaron Rodgers, so I might just play it safe and grab me a quarterback. Even if that quarterback is Russell Wilson and he gets 0, it might be a safer option than throwing against God himself.
I don't have to worry about quarterback. I have the number 1 quarterback in the league.
I take that back. I'm taking
Daniel Jones.
Fucking Jackson Dart. Picking him up right meow. Who do I want to drop?
If it helps, I'm currently scheduled to get my ass kicked by Long Duck Dong.
Which is fucking
like my starting lineup is set. They are all good. I'm scheduled to lose by 20. 2 Girls, One Cup takes on DWAC. What Are You Doing, Stepboro takes on Beefsteak. 2 Thumbs Up versus number 1 Tallywhacker, and Kareem Pies versus Glory B to the A-Gap.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Purely theoretical. No way Carson Wentz does it 2 weeks in a row, right?
I mean, Sam Darnold did it for an entire season to the playoffs. Who do the Vikings play again?
The Steelers.
That defense has not been very good.
It has not. But Jalen Ramsey's on that defense. And Carl Wentz, forgot for a second, we changed his name without his notice, loves to throw towards cornerbacks from time to time.
He also gets Jordan Addison back this week.
God, it's such a fucking toss-up. I do have, more trust in Jackson Dart, because I've seen that Giants team look competitive with Russell Wilson, who's played like ass. No. Ass.
Like Dak?
Like Dak.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, by the way, oh God, I can't wait to talk about that game.
Pretty sure
Dreaming.
Ryan just relieved himself.
Just dreaming here. Get into the standings. Let's do it.
All right. At the top of the standings, the 2 3-0 teams, Long Duck Dong and 2 Thumbs Up. 2-1 teams, which round out our current playoff teams, are Beefsteak, Bullets Pearsall, Chase Brown Neighbors and Parsons, and What Are You Doing, Stepboro. Team Kareem Pies, first team out, followed by number 1 Tally, 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and Team DWAC. The 0-3 teams are Riley Reed Option and Glory B to the A-Gap.
I guess the biggest surprise out of this is Glory B to the A-Gap does not have more points scored.
Yeah, that is a really shocking thing.
Yeah,
he usually scores a ton of points in a loss.
Yeah, he'll have the second highest points, but have 0 wins on the season, while Brett just sucks at fantasy football because he's a Packers fan. Hey, the Packers lost to the Browns, buddy. I just wanted to remind you that, because we're going to talk about that in a minute. And I just wanted to let you know beforehand that not only does your team suck, but you suck at fantasy football too. We're all about the trash talk here. And you haven't come on yet, so you can't even defend yourself.
Wait a second. But
You good? I mean, I can
Yep.
keep
no, I'm
talking
good.
shit on Brett.
I'm just confused on
I
why
talk
I'm.
shit on Lou, but he's at 2-1 and in the playoffs right now, not 0-3, and already eliminated from the playoffs like Brett's been the last 3 years.
Yeah, but Lou will get there. I believe in Lou.
I believe in him too.
In Lou, we trust.
Last year, he made that push right at the end of the season, and it was phenomenal.
Just to come
just
up,
to-
just short. God, it was phenomenal. Hey, I don't want to be that guy because I'm definitely going to put a claim in on him. You do realize Godwin's supposed to be back this week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Make
know
sure.
who I have in reserves ahead of him, right? Where's my team at?
Sorry, no, for some reason, well, let me put this change in because it says, oh, there we go. He's on waivers now.
I've got a couple of. He was going to be a flex guy. Roma Dunze's coming through.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to start him, but
Yeah.
with
Jacoby Myers.
with Evans being down and him coming back, I'm like, I might just see.
Yeah, but Mbuka.
And Mika Egbuka is a fucking monster, and I'm not here to argue that.
It's just.
Did you see?
He's making. Baker's been playing good football. Mbuka's making him look like an MVP.
So we're obviously on to week 3 here. Did you see the mic'd up video from Baker?
No, I have not.
He makes the one-handed catch. Baker goes over to the sidelines and goes, "Don't ever disrespect one of my balls again. You use 2 hands." Just to give him shit. I was like, you know what? That's the shit I'm here for. That's great. This is why we need all 22 mic'd up, so we get those moments.
Oh my god. I forgot.
That
Send
doesn't
it
surprise
to-
me. You usually do forget.
I did. All right. Another quick. Oh, you motherfucker. I sent you something from the sports memory earlier. Oh, come on. And I wanted to share it because it is absolutely fucking hilarious. Here it is. All right. Obviously, we're here to talk real sports news and football. Jackson Dart, more than likely, getting the start this weekend. I don't know if it's actually been confirmed or not.
It has been.
It has been. Okay, awesome. Even better. So, obviously, this is 100% true and real. If you don't follow the sports memory, it's probably a good thing. It is so much football brain rot. This is hilarious, by the way. The reporter, do you want to be Jackson Dart or the reporter on this? I see you had it pulled up.
Okay. I'll give you the glory. I will play the portion of the reporter here. Jackson, any pressure to perform with the vets behind you?
Russell? Nah. Russell's cringe, but like supportive cringe. He's like the older nerdy brother who crashes your sleepovers. Makes everyone uncomfortable. Tries way too hard to fit in, but you can tell he just desperately wants your approval.
And Winston?
Winston? Don't know him.
The guy who sucked on your fingers lovingly during the preseason game to simulate eating a W?
Oh, Jameis. Jameis is awesome. Love that guy. So glad they brought him in as my friend. Dude rules.
No, I mean as a quarterback.
Oh, he knows I'm a QB. He's always making rhymes about it. Super supportive.
No. What do you think of Jameis as a quarterback?
Jameis is a quarterback on this team. Wow. Yeah, that does explain a lot if I'm thinking about it. I thought the Giants signed him as my hype man. The giant clocks, the choreographed dances, the intro raps every time I walk into a room. But sure, yeah, he's a great QB. He's like our Flava Flav. And as I'm just learning now, also my backup. Gold. Absolutely gold. I hope you guys understood what just that is the funniest shit. I know you hadn't read it yet.
Correct.
It was so fucking good. So good. I'm glad we read that on the podcast.
Oh, God.
I am. That was...
The things you do to pull me down.
Oh, my God. The post underneath it. Fake Adam Schefter.
Go ahead. I don't know what this is, so go ahead.
Oh my God. Sometimes a sports memory is gold and other times it's just trash. It's been on fire today. I can't believe I missed this one. All right. Before their game, Jackson Dart reportedly challenged Justin Herbert to a midnight race down Thunderstrike Mountain. Winner gets Madison beer. Loser has to forfeit the rec center.
The bullshit I deal with here.
It's so good.
I hate it here. God, I hate it here.
Oh my God.
Okay, can we get back to podcast stuff now?
Holy shit. I love it so much.
You should stay off Facebook while we're recording.
Holy fuck. Let me get the games picked up. Oh my God.
Oh, fuck.
I
right.
wanted to catch your reaction because I knew you hadn't read the first one, and then it obviously spiraled completely and utterly out of control.
I wish this podcast ever
shit.
went a different way.
Let's Thursday night. The Dolphins tried to make it interesting, I guess. There was never a doubt that the Bills were losing that football game.
Yeah, see, the Dolphins played a better game than I expected.
Yeah. Divisional game though. Sometimes it comes down to, is it a divisional game or not? And it was.
I don't feel like it was as close as 31-21 says.
No. And if you're a Dolphins fan and you're going to try and tell me that the kneel at the end of the game where, he totally fumbled, was going to change the course of that game, and you're going to go, come on. James Cook was out there absolutely filleting your defense.
Did Dolphins fans watch that game? Are Dolphins fans still there? Have Dolphin fans got to football yet? I have my doubts.
Same. The whole outrage that you're right. I think the refs called it a mercy kill. Said, look, let's just go home. What are we kicking an extra point for? What are we bringing this down to a 4-point game for?
Yep.
What? Why?
Yep.
Because you know what they were going to do? They were going to try an onside. Fuck it all to hell. And it was going to get returned for a touchdown the other way. Not this Miami miracle that they were thinking was going to happen again. Gronk's not out there playing safety, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
But you stink. Speaking of stink, Packers-Browns.
Okay, what the fuck happened to the Packers offensive line?
I mean, I will go ahead and say this. Cleveland's defense is real. It has been for last several years.
Yeah.
And obviously I think I'm willing to say I believe the best player on the defensive side of the ball resides in Cleveland. I think Myles Garrett deserves, if you're not going to call him number one, he's no lower than 2.
No, I agree.
The dude's a fucking monster.
Obviously, I'll put him at 2 because I think Fred Warner out there is goddamn robot. But I'm also not going to sit here and argue against it.
Right. So I think that Browns defense is real. That offense is trash.
Oh,
we know that.
So bad.
But I legitimately think the Packers went, it's the fucking Browns. And then the Browns went, hey, we're the fucking Browns for most of that game. And then at the end of it, somebody was like, are we the Browns? And then they won.
Yeah.
So I don't really know.
The
Green Bay's they took a hit.
Yeah, they definitely did. I'd still consider them possibly because they're still so young.
Yeah, and I think losing Jaden Reed is a big part of it.
Right.
Because I know Romeo Dubs is out here with, the Guardian cap to end all Guardian caps.
He Guardian capped his Guardian cap to put over his helmet underneath the Guardian cap that's under his helmet.
Okay. Please stop before you hurt one of us or one of the few people listening to this. He's a good wide receiver. Yeah. But I think Jaden Reed, the value of Jaden Reed showed a lot in that game.
Right.
And that offense just wasn't as efficient. And the problems the Packers do have on the offensive line got exacerbated because 95.
He was a one-man wrecking crew. They had him triple teamed, and he was just throwing guys around. It was an absolute shit show. Their back end is fucking awesome. That defense has been great for a couple of years now. It's been overshadowed by a god-awful offense, and they still don't know who their quarterback is. So,
I don't know what Cleveland's plan is on offense. Like, at this point, we know what Joe is. You got 2 rookies. Hell, have them rotate drives. I don't care.
Yeah.
Your offense is fucking terrible. You've got good weapons. You've got an okay offensive line. Let's do something other than Joe Flacco.
Yeah, you got to figure something out. Still surprised that the Browns came back and just...
Oh, I could not believe the Packers were up 10-0 with 4 minutes left,
something like that. Yeah,
and managed to lose, to steal defeat from the jaws of victory. It was incredibly stupid and funny as hell. The Colts.
Daniel Jones is Josh Allen.
Well, as of right now, Shane Steichen is Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I don't.
And Daniel Jones might be comeback player of the year and might be coming back from being a Giant. I think I absolutely have to do it. I was wrong on
Anthony Richardson. Because there was no fucking way that you line those 2 quarterback prospects up next to each other and Daniel Jones is the better of the 2 options. No way. Coming out of the draft, looking at him, size, speed, arms, like everything. Outside, man.
Accuracy. Except for accuracy. Like.
And then they come into the NFL, and Anthony Richardson, you show why he was a project, but then you just seen these massive flashes of greatness. And then you get a decent season out of Daniel Jones, give him a massive contract, and he never does anything with it. With the same team. Okay, well, obviously Daniel Jones is done, right? Nope. Ends up with the Colts. He's Josh Allen, and I was wrong. I don't know how long he can continue this. I really don't. If he stays like this is the greatest career revival
since
ever.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, like Geno Smith.
Since insert New York quarterback name here.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
It's so dumb. That offense is great, and I kept hearing it over the weekend, and I was like, no, it's not, because it's Jonathan fucking Taylor. Everybody knows Jonathan Taylor is holy shit. Nobody's talking about Jonathan Taylor.
Not only that, Michael Pittman's out here looking 7 years younger. I think we forget how long he's been in the NFL. He's been in the NFL for a hot minute now.
I think he's only on year 3, 4, something like that.
Fuck. I feel like he's been in there much longer than that. I feel like this is his 19th quarterback.
Well, yeah, but that's only 2 seasons.
Fair enough. Quarterbacks age your team a lot, though. Remember when the Niners and the Chiefs were going through quarterbacks? Damn, that's a really good wide receiver prospect on his 8th quarterback today. And they never panned out.
As a lifelong Chiefs fan, I hate to tell you this, but the only Chiefs fans have existed since 2019. So I know I rooted for the Chiefs before then, but
Fuck you.
did I really root for the Chiefs before 2019? You know, because I have been repetitively told online that I was not a Chiefs fan prior to 2019.
And I do feel bad for you. I do, because there are, and as somebody that has to live in the middle of this, literally talked to my therapist this morning. I am seeing a therapist. Go see help, guys. It does help. Find the right one, because that is the key to all of it. But I told her, I was like, it was in reference to something else. It's like, sometimes the best defense is a phenomenal offense. It's like, and I've watched the fucking Chiefs win 2 Super Bowls with that exact same philosophy. Twice. The same team. And I have nightmares about it, probably weekly. She's like, are you okay? And I said, yeah, we're fine.
Not okay. He is not okay. If your therapist is listening, I want her to know that you are not okay.
She knows about us.
Well, God, I'd hope so.
So I just...
There are important things happening in your life. This is the best relationship you ever will have or have had.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I just... The quality of Chiefs... Because you meet an old school Chiefs fan and they're like, I don't know. And then you have Nick Wright, who's claimed to be a Chiefs fan.
I mean, he has been, but that dude is so exaggerated on it. Like, part of me wants to know who Nick Wright is, like, at home. The other part of me is like, no, I think he believes his own shit.
No, because he'll go on other... Stephen A. Smith has this big persona, right? And then he goes on other shows and even just outside of sports, and you see a different side of him. Every time Nick Wright's on something else, he's the same douchebag as he is on FS1. And I hate... I've said this about political figures and other people. Don't make me defend them. People hate Colin Cowherd. I get it. Half of his takes fucking suck, and they are god-awful. He has an entire bit where I was right, where I was wrong, and he will tell you I was wrong, and he's loud about it. And then he's like, I was right. I respect the fuck out of that, and he's also the same guy on every... Like, he made all those comments about Baker Mayfield, then he brought Baker on the show. I was like, that takes guts, because he can kick your ass for being 4'5". And he still hasn't necessarily changed his outlook on Baker Mayfield as like an elite quarterback, but he's like, I respect the hell out of that guy. He is... the guy's honest. He can change his mind when he sees new shit, but his takes, he's loud and boisterous, and sometimes he's wrong off the bat, sometimes he's right off the bat, and you can respect that. And then you have fucking Nick Wright, who's just... Did you see his tears today?
I do not watch his stuff.
I've literally...
actively avoid watching 99% of all things Nick Wright.
It was... before they had... I thought they had a good 4 guys where it was a good debate, and you had a little bit of... Okay, we're making fun of Nick, and you're just being like a jackass type of thing. And now they're like sucking Nick's dick the entire time. And it's too much. That's why I like Skip and Shannon. I hated Shannon, but hated Skip, loved Shannon.
I was like, that's a weird take.
Yeah. I had that one backwards. But they were on, for the most part, unless it was the Cowboys, and that's absolutely when the show was so much better. It's because Shannon would let him know. But it was just, it's when there's not a good balance. And the only balance there seems to be in any kind of sports talk, I hate to say it, might be Colin Cowherd. If you don't like the guy because he said something about your team, take a step back and look at it. He said some things about the 49ers being not a good football team this year, and I'm sitting there going, I don't know, Mac Jones and no starters have won 3 games. Yeah, they lost Nick Bosa, but everybody else is coming back in the next 3 weeks.
to get injured.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they could go 6-0 and have no starters on the field. That's when I'll start to believe you. But Nick Wright's whole thing today was the Colts and the 49ers aren't 3-0 teams, essentially. I'm like, no, they're 3-0, and they're not in the top 10. And there's 1 and 2 teams that are in the top 10 that should not be in the top 10. Just because they were playoff teams last year, you have them ranked higher than 3-0 teams. You play who's on your schedule, and if it was the Niners starters for the last 3 weeks who have been barely winning football games, you watched the Mac Jones interception in the fourth quarter. I got upstairs. Went upstairs, and started making dinner. I did. I'd seen this one before. How many times have I made fun of Mac Jones on this show?
I'm not going to try to recap that.
Yeah, exactly. McCorkle out there he even said it in his goddamn post game. He even said it. He goes, it wasn't a great play. I threw it right at the guy. We're self-aware now. Like,
I hadn't heard McCorkle in a minute. I miss McCorkle.
It's some of these teams, the Colts, right now, today, you have to put them in the top 7 in the NFL. You want to know why? Because they're 3-0, and they're doing it convincingly.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're shit teams, they're supposed to be doing what they're doing to these shit teams. And they are. The Niners are so decimated, they shouldn't have beat anybody, and they're 3-0. Put them at 10. By all means. Do not put the fucking Rams at 7, who blew a 2-score lead against the Eagles. The Eagles didn't come back and win that game. The Rams handed them that game.
The Rams choked.
So fucking hard.
We haven't seen a choke job like that since
the last time the Rams lost to the Eagles.
That's fair.
Like,
I was going to say Green Bay, Cleveland.
But you can't. To me, the way the NFL. Okay, so are the Eagles really that good? They have to be in the top 3. They're undefeated. The Super Bowl reigning Super Bowl champs. Put them in the top 3. Put them at 1. I don't care. I don't love it. I have reasons to not put them there and have like the Bills above them.
Mm-hmm.
But by all means, have them there. Do not have a team that choked a 2-score lead going into the 4th. Ranked above a team who's got 0 starters that's 3-0, or a team starting Daniel Jones that's 3-0 and winning convincingly. That team is not better than either one of those teams. At the end of the season, they might be. Today, they are not. This is not biases. Your weekly rankings are how they stand today, not how you think they're going to stand at the end of the season.
Yeah.
That's what's getting me pissed off. As I'm looking at these fucking rankings going, okay, we've still got the Ravens pretty high. Derrick Henry forgets how to run the football in the fourth quarter. Ask me how I know. I finally got to draft him in fantasy. That's how I fucking know. That was a terrible loss to the Lions. Terrible loss. Yeah. At no point. My whole thing with the Ravens the last 4 seasons has been against AFC teams, they're about 500. Just over 500.
They beat the shit out of NFC teams.
Beat the fuck out of them. And the Lions, new OC, new DC, came in and manhandled.
Say that game, like the score ended up being an 8-point total.
The Lions are just getting started. Like that's what that said.
Yeah, they're back. They're back.
They're 100% back. Everybody needs to put a little bit more respect on their names and put them a lot higher in the rankings.
Yeah.
The Packers, bad loss. I think you were right. The Packers had it's the fucking Browns. We're going to steamroll them. We're on to next week. Obviously, that's not what happened. They fucked up, and they know better now.
Yeah. That's a young team learning that, oh, shit, we can't overlook people on Sundays.
And right now, I'll just say this. I can't put the Chiefs in the top 10 because...
God, no. Fuck no.
Their first 2 games were absolutely horrendous. Their third game was a win against the Giants, who just benched the starting quarterback. You beat them by what? What was it?
It's 22-9.
13 points?
Yeah.
2 scores. So 2 scores. You only scored 22 on the Giants, who have no offense except for Russell Wilson's deep ball. And
the Chiefs did a great fucking job taking away Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah.
Like,
fantastic. That Chiefs offense today, where the Chiefs stand, are not where they're going to end up at the end of the season. I know that because I know how history works. But today, right now, I cannot put the Chiefs in the top 10 over 2 3-0 teams. I can't put them over anybody that everybody else has in the top 10. I don't understand. Once the season starts, your top 10 should look fairly close to how the top 10 teams in the NFL finished last year, unless, like the Lions, just choking against the fucking the Commanders.
Yeah.
An absolute choke job. I get it if you have to put them above a couple of guys that made it further, because we know that was not the game they had circled.
right.
They fucked up. That team won't make that same mistake again. They lost week 1. They're on a 2-game streak. 2's a streak. We learned that from
3's a streak. Stop pointing at me. 3's a streak.
whatever. We'll argue about that later. I'm
gonna get stock.
You say it real fast. We're almost 4 weeks into the NFL season. We're almost a quarter of the way through. Holy fuck. Almost a quarter of the way through the season. Power rankings are coming out, and there's just teams that are getting disrespected because of where they finished last year. You're playing who's on your schedule. I get it if not all the top, all the 3-0 teams, which there's 7 of them right now, if they're not your top 7, I understand. They all have to be in the top 10. That they have showed we are undefeated to now. That's how that works. I had a small tangent there, and I have another tangent coming up here in a minute.
I think there's 6 3-0 teams.
Is there 6?
I think so.
Okay.
By my count.
I just like the Bucks. The Bucks I keep seeing really high in these rankings, right? And they narrowly escaped by the way, best game of the weekend.
Phenomenal.
Oh
game.
my God. So maybe the Jets are a little bit better than I'm giving them credit for, but they're 0-3, and it's hard for me to.
And also, like, the thing with the Jets, and I'll get into this a little more, is they could be in a lot of trouble now.
Right.
But we'll get there.
Yeah. So, like, the Bucks have squeaked out 3 wins, just like the Niners.
Yeah.
But we're seeing the Bucks in the top 5. Throw the Colts up there. If the Bucks are in the top 5, so are the Niners. Put the Bucks with the Niners. Right now, they're the same fucking team.
Yeah, I think they're like 7-8.
They are squeaking. They're winning dirty, gritty games. The end of the year, that means a lot more. Winning dirty, gritty, especially if you can get healthy.
What Kansas City's done the last 2 years.
Exactly.
Like,
and they've stayed atop the rankings. Like, they've stayed up top. So it's just the inconsistencies out of the sports media, because of I truly believe it's either talking points or just straight ego. Nobody wants to talk about how the Ravens, they're a great football team. Maybe they're not as good as we think they are right now. Mm-hmm. Maybe these deep playoff runs that end in nothing are starting to take a toll on the team, and they need to reset. They need to do what the Niners did 2 years ago and reset. I guess this last year is they totally reset. Got younger, went through. You have a youth move. Like, sometimes that's what you have to do, and nobody wants to talk about it. The Bills did that 2 seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
And look where they're sitting at right now. I don't want to fuck with the Bills.
No, that's probably the best team in football.
If you're throwing the Bills and the Eagles in a game together, I'm taking the Bills. Because, okay, so you push down the field. cool. I've seen Josh Allen with less talent need 17 seconds. I've also seen him lose that game, but I cannot see. I don't see that caliber team being the Eagles to come back in 17 seconds and win that football game.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So
it's
I'm looking at football teams going, yeah, the Eagles are good. They're 3-0, but they have every right to be in the top 3.
that team could also be 0-3.
They very well could be.
Like,
There's, and I feel that same way about the Niners and the Bucks. Just on the NFC side, out of the 3-0 teams that I can recall off the top of my head, I look at them and I see them very similarly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ooh, you've had some things go your way. Maybe it is talent. Maybe I like to think that with the Bucks and the Niners, because I've seen two teams that should not be 3-0 be 3-0 because of, well, fuck it, we're going to go out there and win this football game by the grace of God. And the only time we've seen that out of the Eagles this year was this weekend. And every game they've had so far has just been lackluster. It feels very much like the Steelers 4 years ago, 12-0 Steelers,
mm-hmm.
where you got to the end of the season and you're like, something's just not right, and they finally got fucking showed up in the playoffs.
After they went 12-0, they got showed up then.
Right.
So they got to 12-0, and everybody's like, this is a fake 12-0, and then they got their asses kicked the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But anyhow.
We started on Daniel Jones. In rankings, that's how that started. Because
that's where all of that started for you.
The Colts are being so incredibly underestimated right now. 5 weeks ago, I would have laughed at myself for saying that. I've seen it. I'm watching the football games. They've got a running game. They've got wide receivers. For some reason, somehow they have a quarterback. Their DeForest Buckner is blowing up that line. Their linebackers are playing phenomenal football. The Colts are a complete team as of right now. And once, maybe if, it's so hard for me to trust Daniel Jones, but right now, that team is the team to beat in the AFC outside of the Bills. Holy fuck. That I don't even like saying it. It's the truth right now.
Why did we let you get a microphone?
I bought them.
It's a good point. Why?
So I can have rants like this and nobody can tell me that I'm absolutely wrong and stupid without having any basis. You have some basis, but so far you're not telling me that I'm wrong.
I'm not allowed to talk. I'm having a hard time believing that's sugar-free. Have you been taking Tylenol?
My mother did when she was pregnant. Lots of it. Some would say over the prescribed dose. And then Tylenol said that pregnant women shouldn't take it. But we're going to ignore that.
Stop. Stop.
You touched my beard in my throat.
All right. So, team's in trouble. Cincinnati.
Absolutely.
Holy shit, that team is god-awful.
Okay, what happened to Jake Browning? Remember 2 years ago, Jake Browning came in and was like, I'm Joe Burrow?
Yeah. I don't know. In a game of backup quarterbacks, he really, really should have gotten replaced by his backup quarterback. Like, if I'm the Bengals, I'm trading for Shedeur today. Like, something different, because that was awful. And Carl did some Carl shit.
He thought it was
2017.
And he was on the Eagles.
Yeah, that was some Carl shit right there.
That was incredible.
48-10. Just amazing to watch. I loved every second of it. Pittsburgh 21, New England 14.
That was actually also a fun game to watch.
I really didn't watch that much of that game.
The Steelers aren't as good as they're a 500 team, just over 500 team. The Patriots, obviously still a young quarterback. They've got a lot of shit to work through. that team's putting it together. I really thought the Patriots were going to come through and upset the Steelers, but Aaron Rodgers with a gorgeous pass down the right sideline to DK Metcalf. That just doesn't sound right. The Steelers won because Aaron Rodgers threw a deep pass down the right sideline to DK.
Yeah, it's one of those off-season moves that the further you get into it, you're like, this just isn't quite right. But alas, it is. The meltdown that's already been addressed a few times. The Eagles get to 3-0 by the Rams. Yeah,
I will say the big man running down the field with a football after a blocked field goal.
That was an absolute chef's kiss.
That was I hated it. I was cheering and crying at the same time. I was like, God, gross. Not the Eagles. Run, big man, run.
Yeah.
I love it. I love to see it happen. Buckle in. It's about to get bumpy here after the next one.
Bucks 29, Jets 27. Again, already addressed. The thing I was going to mention, Tyrod Taylor historically coming in as it's T-Rod, I think, as Baker corrected everybody. Coming in, he usually has that burst that you see for like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
When he comes in, that burst lasted about a half. And then he reverted to the backup that is Ty/T-Rod Taylor, and the Jets could be in trouble if they need him to play a while.
Yeah. Although Aaron Glenn down the sideline, best celebration of anybody, I think, in the last few years.
That was phenomenal.
That was great. For the swagger that you had every right to celebrate. You had the game won, and then Baker actually did something incredible and drove down the field and walked it off. My second tangent of the night, I guess, is what the fuck is wrong with kickers? Like this is a legitimate question. 10 years ago, and we had this same talk. I'm pretty sure, like episode 3, season 1. It used to be automatic. You used to not worry about your kickers missing field goals or field goals getting blocked. What in the actual fuck has changed?
I mean, the blocks for me are the bigger portion of it, because, I mean, how accurate kickers were there for a while was also kind of obscene. Because, I mean, you had guys, Harrison Butker, Justin Tucker. Like, you had guys that...
I'm even thinking before them, Phil Dawson, Adam Vinatieri.
Say the great kickers back in the day were great, but the rest of the league, you were like
Robbie Gould.
The rest of the league sucked.
It felt like that there was a higher number, like how we have a mass quantity of just great tight ends in the league. Tight ends and kickers have seemed to like swap. It used to be you had 5 or 6 kickers that are like, you're not on a roster next week. And now there's 30 of them. They're going, I'm not sure if you're on a roster by the end of the game. Younghoe Koo, who has been fairly automatic.
Yeah, has been one of the better kickers over the last 5 years.
His replacement, because he got hurt. He got hurt, I think, at the end of last year, and they brought in the guy that they have kicking now. Did great. Younghoe comes back in, and he misses 1 field goal this season.
Mm-hmm.
Cut him.
Roman misses 2.
I mean,
hey, man, Smizit or whatever for the Browns was having arguably the worst season of any kicker so far, and then just hit a game winner. Like, I don't.
They brought, first off, how the fuck do the Bears bring in Jake Moody as their competition? Because here's what's going to happen. He's going to go back down that road. Jake Moody's going to be 1,000% from here on out because he's in a new place. Honestly, wish nothing but the best for him, but my God.
So I'm waiting for Young Waku. Like, I'm shocked he's not on a roster already.
I just... And it's so crazy because these teams will either one missed kick, boom, they're gone. And then the next guy, they go, huh. Yeah, but have you seen the leg? He can kick it from 70. Fuck 70. The Niners finally did something right. They went out and they signed. I was really hoping Young Waku. And I still am. Not that Eddie Pinheiro is not a great kicker, because he's historically a great kicker. Top 3 all-time in accuracy. He doesn't have a massive leg. His cap is like 55. But essentially 55 and in, he's money. So you have to get to the 45, roughly. Like the 43?
35. 35 is going to be a 52-yarder. 45 is a 60.
You're right. I just like, you want as accurate as possible. If you're banking on needing Justin Tucker every game to kick a 60-yard bomb, which, by the way, is absolute cinema. We do not need to get rid of the kicking position in the NFL.
No, I mean, you talk about that. I mean, the kickers themselves. I mean, Harrison, you've got the kicker in Dallas.
Oh God, fuck yes, Jesus, Brandon Aubrey,
Yeah,
phenomenal.
hell, Cam Little for the Jags.
Yes,
I mean, you've got
Cameron Dicker.
Yeah, Dicker the kicker. By the way, don't say that around Gemma.
I need to make a couple of notes.
But no, the kicking position, like, yeah, don't do away with it, because as much as I hate the fact that a 60-minute football game comes down to a soccer player, also it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I just it feels like, to me, I don't know how else to say it. There's so many social media kickers who are out there literally kicking from other, like, entire practice fields over to show how accurate they are, and they get a tryout. Maybe that could just be the yips with, like, being on a pro level. Like, I don't know when it comes to that. That's a completely valid thing. Why is it that it felt so automatic before? And maybe it's because the Niners have had a history of having a good kicker.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Get it.
I watch these games and I go, missed. That one was missed. That one was missed. That one was blocked because it took 4.5 seconds for you to snap the ball. Like, you moved, you just didn't throw the ball between your legs.
Yeah. So
You've started the play, and you don't have this. I don't know if they've made. I need to, I guess, look into it and see if they've made changes to how teams have to line up to maybe get more.
The only one I
hit.
know of is that you can't line up over center, which tactically makes it harder, and you can't jump over the center.
Which is insane, because there was a blocked kick jumping over the center this last weekend that didn't get called.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
full
because
on.
I think
You can't touch him.
Yeah, you can't touch him. Like
In any way, shape, or form. You cannot graze him with your toe. You can't touch him at all. Which I get not wanting to have anybody line up over the center, because they're in a very vulnerable position, head between their legs. Like, that's not somebody you want having DeForest Buckner fucking try and run through.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you as a previous long snapper, when you go to snap the ball and then catch helmets to knees from that position, it sucks a lot.
Yeah, so I guess is a call out for like Pat McAfee. Like, it's a hard position. Where's the quality that I feel like we once had?
I think part of that just comes down to the willingness to move from kickers. I mean, for God's sakes, Rodrigo Blankenship still exists.
He missed like what 3 that one season with the Colts, and they fucking cut him.
Yeah,
Dude
hadn't
was
had a job
kicking
since.
bombs. Yeah, and he's been in the UFL or the whatever the fuck they call it right now, because they merged and I don't remember.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's been in minor league football or spring football for the last 2 seasons, drilling kicks.
yeah. So I don't get it, but I mean, I guess in the end is what it is. But that to me has been the thing, is with the team's willingness to move on from kickers that we know are good, to kind of unproven. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's the unproven. Well, this guy's younger. He's cheaper. He hasn't missed yet. He has 3 attempts. The other guy has 492, and he's missed 5 over the last 3 seasons. 2 came in the last 2 games. I get it. He also got smoked on. Like, that's the other thing, is sometimes they're getting just fucking smoked. Obviously, the hand gets on the ball first. It still comes off the kicker's foot. Kicker missed. He's gone. He didn't get the kickoff fast enough. Give the guy an extra half a fucking second.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Yeah. No, I don't have the
weird.
answer, but it is wild just how. I mean, it was wild how many kicks got blocked
in
this past
how
week.
quickly.
Yeah.
Like in 5 minutes.
Yeah, red zone was a fucking wild show there for a while. It was like block kick, block kick, block kick. What the fuck is happening? My dad texted me and he was like, "Hey," or he was like, "That was a wild watch." And I was like, "I swear I've seen 4 block kicks on red zone in the last like 7 minutes."
2 of them from the same game.
Yeah,
like
it was nutty.
Because the Rams had 2 of them, 2 field goals blocked back to back.
Yeah.
Which would have changed the course of the game that you already threw. Like, you've already fucked it up. I just...
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's really fucking weird.
I agree. Agree completely. Getting back to the week 3 recap. Washington with a backup quarterback hangs 41 on Vegas.
And Dan, I can't think of his fucking last name now. Head coach.
Oh.
Got absolutely smoked by Mariota.
Yeah.
He was seeing fucking stars. For sure. That guy's got a concussion. He's also, like Dan Campbell, and terrifying.
Correct.
I want to see that game again in the NFC Championship game. That's
yeah, I'm here
what I
for
wanna
that
see.
game a lot of weeks, really. The Falcons
are not a good football team.
I feel like we can put the
Move the
yeah,
camera.
you move the camera again. I feel like we can put the pin on that one. We're gonna go ahead and lock in, because I was gonna ask you if you remember what you said for that game last week. Is Atlanta going to be a good football team, or are we going to find out that Atlanta is not a good football team? It turns out they are not a good football team.
No, they are not.
Lost 30-0
Didn't even score a fucking point.
with multiple missed kicks.
So bad Kirk Cousins came into the game.
Yeah. Yeah. The Bengals were like, fuck this. We're done. We're going to call the Falcons for Kirk. And the Falcons go, hold on. We're not answering that call. We might need him. Just.
I don't know. And that was the other thing. The Panthers did 30 points, and you still look like a shit football team.
And the Panthers are like, I don't know how they added the 0. Okay. Oh, we didn't do that. That's not on us. And of course, this is the week I pick up Jatavian Sanders, and he gets hurt. Jacksonville beats Houston 17-10.
I am now getting concerned with Houston.
No, I am very concerned with Houston.
Because I know this is I know for a fact that CJ Stroud is a better quarterback than this. I know that this offense is better. They have no run game. Nobody's catching the football. Nobody's catching the ball when it gets to them. And the ball's not getting where it needs to be.
Yeah.
The defense is doing exactly what it needs to, for the most part, for 3.5 quarters until they're gassed. And the Jacksonville Jaguars are 2-1, and they really shouldn't be. But the Texans are 0-3, and they have rightfully earned that. Yeah. I am very terrified for the Texans and the trajectory that they're on. They have got to turn this thing around now. That is a better football team than this. This is so much talent. I get it. They have the same injury woes that the 49ers do, but that's a better football team than 0-3.
Say that since the Tank Dell injury, that has been a completely different team and organization.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm scared.
So I am the Texans are on high alert for me.
Absolutely.
That
the Jaguar, and I'll switch it over to the Jaguars. I don't think the Jaguars showed fucking anything.
So I think the Jags are that 500 team.
Yes, that was a 500 team beating an 0-3 team.
Yeah,
that was a convincing one-score win coming in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Convincing because you were able to make a stop on fourth down. You did nothing special the entire game. The Jaguars did not look good. The Texans looked awful. And I don't know what to think. Because I look at who their coach is, just top down, and I don't see where they could go wrong.
But it's all gone.
But it's
wrong.
all gone wrong. They had such a fast turnaround in everybody's rookie season, and
it's like I said, since the Tank Dell injury, since Tank broke his leg against Kansas City, it has not been the same.
Right. It's.
I don't know if that broke something in CJ. I don't have the answer. All I know is it is real and there's evidence for it.
Chargers take down the Broncos.
Damn it. Yeah, the fucking Chargers, man.
I'll say one thing here. Colin might be right. I think Jim Harbaugh might be the greatest football coach we've ever seen. Because everywhere he's gone, he's been successful. This is not a slight to Andy Reid or Bill Belichick or anybody before him. Literally every program Jim Harbaugh has touched has come out the other side successful. Stanford, San Francisco, Michigan, the Chargers. Even before, I cannot remember where he coached at before Stanford, but
yeah, I mean he's been great everywhere he's gone. Maybe cheated a little bit, but when I hear to judge,
hey, honestly, let's think of a head coach that's great that hasn't. And Andy Reid had Mike Vick. That is a cheat.
He had Terrell Owens too.
It was only for a year, but it was phenomenal.
Yeah. Now, it's one of two things. Either Harbaugh is on the short list for the greatest of all time, or something on Madison Beer has superpowers.
Hold on. I'm trying to think if I want to bring this up or not. I don't know if you're going to backhand me.
I mean, I would also be confident if I got to go home to that, so.
There seems to be a correlation in quarterback performance after bagging a baddie, or at least football player confidence after bagging a baddie, right? That explains a lot with Travis Kelce.
Seattle destroys the Saints 44-13. Good.
Sorry, I love that game. Dallas fucking sucks. Oh my God, the Cowboys are bad. The Cowboys are so bad. The Cowboys fucking suck. You made Caleb Williams look like a fucking legitimate quarterback. Do you know how hard that is? The last 3 weeks, his favorite target's been the ground. And he looked like a fucking Hall of Famer. You guys are so bad. The Cowboys fucking suck. Like, they are really bad at football. This isn't just, CD Lamb's gone. They have no offense. They have no offense. They have no defense. They don't have a clue. We knew that their ownership sucked. Their GM, who is the owner, sucks. Head coach, bad. Quarterback, ass. Running backs have fairly been decent in the last few years. Bad. Offensive line, can't stop a nosebleed. I mean, bad. We've seen that their receiver core fucking is terrible. Awful. And for 2 weeks, they had CD. They had CD for 2 weeks, and then he gets hurt. And they don't have him, right? And this is a little bit more than a CD problem because they've fucking sucked with him, and they continue to suck without him. The defense, where's the defense coming from? Where? Your best player right now is Kevontae Turpin. The Cowboys are finally showing you who they really are. That's all I want to say. The Bears beat up on a fucking terrible football team, and they deserve every bit of that. I hope Ben Johnson has a little bit of confidence, and kind of hope it gets dashed next week when he thinks he gets to do the same exact thing with Caleb, and Caleb's like, I don't know how to run from these guys. Because he didn't have to. There was nobody to run from. I will say Rome Odunze looks fucking phenomenal. He seems to catch anything no matter where it's at on the field.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
Oh, he is.
That is a phenomenal wide
Colston
receiver.
Loveland looked really good there for a minute, and then he got hurt.
Well, and I guess why I'm still down on Caleb, because Keenan Allen was washed last year, right?
Sure looked like it.
Or was he just a bear?
This kind of feels like the New York quarterback argument that we've been having.
I'm just saying, could you imagine if those wide receivers had a fucking good quarterback? What? Watching that game, I was like, "Oh, this is gross. Oh, they're so bad." And I turned the TV up. I wanted to watch it. I did. I wanted to watch it because it makes me happy when everybody's favorite team to talk about is fucking awful. Why can't Jerry Jones do anything? Well, ask Jerry Jones. What's more important, winning or money? He's already fucking told you. And you know why? It's not because it's the biggest brand in sports. It's because he's in the fucking donations with Disney to be on ESPN, with Fox to be on Fox. He pays for them to be talked about because money's more important to him than winning. So the next Cowboy fan that tells me it's your fucking year 5 years from now, because Jerry Jones for some reason is still alive after transferring that godforsaken shit football brain into some poor guy's body, because he's got the money to do it. Step back for a second and ask yourself, is it really? Or have you fucking seen this one before? Because I have. The Cowboys suck. We're finally seeing it. It's nothing out of the ordinary. You get rid of a pass rusher, and you have no offense. When your offense can't be on the field to do fucking garbage time plays, because they're that fucking bad, they can't even be on the field for garbage time. You don't even have the defense to try to score now. You're generating no pressure, so now your corners look like jack fucking shit because the opposing quarterbacks have time to go, not open, not open. Ran past him. Blew by him. And then The pass game opens up the run game because now you have to. It's so easy. You get rid of one player, and it seems that everything fucking falls apart. There's 31 other teams in the NFL that if they lost a defensive end as critical to their team as that, would not be this fucking bad. We've seen it when they lost Dak a few years ago, how bad that team got. That team is a one-player organization. And I don't feel bad for you. It's like feeling bad for a Browns fan after thinking that the 15th quarterback they've drafted's the guy. Sorry, even I was wrong. You had him, and you let him go. He ended up playing scout team defensive end for the Cardinals, and now he's in Tampa Bay, the heir to Tom Brady. He took you to the playoffs, took you to the promised land. He had the first 500 season in years. And the Cowboys are really cool with just making it to the NFC Championship game because it creates hope. Or not the NFC divisional game. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, they haven't made the championship game in a while.
I misspoke. It creates hope, and that's all Jerry wants. Hope brings people back. But so does winning, and he doesn't want to pay for it. We've seen it. I've got fucking proof. You made the Bears look like a damn good football team, and we all know, watching, that they're not.
Right. This is just unhinged lunacy. You without a time clock is becoming a problem for me.
Yeah, me too. I was really hoping to be in bed by now. We still have to make game picks. We've got 3 more games this week.
San Francisco 16, Arizona 15. Ryan touched on this earlier. Mac Jones throws the pick late in the game. And Ryan's like, well, I've seen this before, and goes to start making pizza. I was like, well, I guess I'm going to fucking watch. Cardinals go 3 and out. I go back upstairs, and I'm like, hey, BT Dubs. Niners just got the ball back with 1:54 and a timeout. And then Mac Jones gets them down the field.
Can we talk about the play, the 4th down play on that drive?
Yeah.
Not a great ball by Mac Jones. It was good enough. Ricky Pearsall made one of the best over-the-shoulder fucking Dude's good. It took him a minute to get rolling after getting shot last year. Imagine that. All game. And that's where the pick came from. They knew Mac was looking at number 1, at Ricky. They essentially told their safety, if you see one start to come across the field, cut him off.
Yeah,
Ball's going there. And it did. And it was. It absolutely was. Because he was catching everything. If that safety, when he came down to make that pick, didn't take Ricky off of his feet like he did, Ricky's making that catch. The guy's got the surest hands I've fucking seen in a minute. Last year it was drop, 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 drop. And this year, he ain't dropping it. It's either not catchable for him or he's going. I've been trying to temper my expectations for the kid because I've seen this type of shit before. When Mac Jones put it up on the sideline for over his shoulder, and he was able to, through the hands of the corner, with one hand, bring it down through his shoulder and secure the catch going through the sideline. On 4th and 2, first off, gutsy-ass play call.
Gutsy-ass throw.
Gutsy throw. And Baldy broke it down great. He goes the corner. I don't remember his name, number 13. He lines up on the inside of Ricky. He goes, Brian Baldinger, if you don't watch Baldy breakdowns, you're watching football wrong. They're phenomenal. He's like, essentially, as soon as they seen one-on-one with outside leverage, Mac Jones knew he was putting the ball up for Ricky, and Ricky just had to come down with it. And it was safety drops down, corner comes to the inside. It was perfect. I don't know if they just had a crossing play to get the first down or what. Like, I didn't watch the because you can't. He beats him on the break, and then tracks it over his shoulder. It was possibly one of the hardest catches you can make, especially fading towards the sideline on a not a great throw, an underthrown football. Ricky Pearsall, where the fuck did you come from?
There's a bug crawling across our table.
You can stay underneath there for a minute. I have questions. I'm not worried about because when he wasn't going to Ricky, he turned around and he goes, I've thrown to Kendrick Bourne for the last 4 years. He threw the pick and was like, I'm doing too much. Get it to the open guy or get it to the guy that's going to catch it or the guy I've thrown to 1,000 times.
Yeah. Or check it down to CMC. Because the screenplay to CMC is like...
It was...
Great.
Yeah,
got it, ran with it. And that's the 49ers offense. Like, we know that that's the 49ers offense. Is you build the downfield in the run game to have the screen game that they have had for the last several years. Kansas City does the same thing.
Right.
You build your offense to get to your screen plays because then your screen plays turn into your big plays.
Right.
And like Mac is running that offense with a decent level of efficiency. But for me, the big takeaway so far is Pearsall. Like I thought Pearsall would be
we talked about this
good
on
number
Sunday,
2.
Yeah.
He's a good number 2 wide receiver.
Put him behind Ayuk, and you're going to have a hell. Now you have to ask yourself: is Ayuk the 2?
Yeah.
Are you overpaying for a 2? Which, if that's the case, because we know that forever, Debo and Fred Warner called Brandon Ayuk Baby Julio, and we've said it with his route running. It's so fucking crispy, and it's going to take him a couple weeks to get back into that. Once his hands sure back up, because right before his injury last year, he held out, was off the field. His hands weren't where they needed to be.
Right.
Once he gets week 12, he comes. I think he's back around 6. I don't care what. Obviously, watching the football games, if you still think Mac Jones is just as good as Brock Purdy, please go back and watch some of the other football games. There is an element of this offense missing. Brock's ability to get outside of the pocket, extend the play, and be just as accurate is something Mac can't do. Outside of that, distributing the football, just fine.
Yeah.
I have no concerns about my offense. George Kittle's been out. Has anybody noticed that Jake Tonjes is out there looking like the second coming of Kittle?
Yeah.
The guy hasn't had an NFL catch until week 1 where he had 3 and the game-winning touchdown. He added another one this weekend. And he just blew up a linebacker in the middle. He had no reason to. No reason to. George probably could have got another 3 yards out of it. George is weird. He's an anomaly. But he blew up a linebacker for no fucking reason. I've got no concern. Every time one of our backup tight ends has been targeted, they've come down with the football. And that's the craziest thing for me.
Yeah.
Is they were brought in to block, and the 2 of them are kind of taking over George's spot just fine.
Yeah.
Are they George? By no means. No.
Right. But they're operating within that offense. And I have, like, when George went down, I was like, God, that offense is gonna struggle mightily without Brock or George. And you're like, well, it's not perfect.
No.
But that offense is gonna give you a chance to win. And
the defense is doing its job. Nick Bosa went down. And I'd say for the next 3 drives the Cardinals had, you've seen it. You've seen the impact of Nick Bosa. And it's like a switch flipped with Mykel Williams. And he was like, oh, I gotta be the guy. Who, by the way, he's had the most double teams in the NFL through 3 weeks, Mykel Williams has. Which is absolutely insane. So that, to me, that says something. He hasn't had a high pressure rate because he's already getting double teamed. Then you got Bryce Huff coming off the opposite side, just wrecking guys.
Yeah.
My pass rush is fine.
Yeah, it's going to suffer without top 3 defensive end in football. Yeah.
My closer, because obviously Nick Bosa with his bull rush in the fourth quarter, that's where the first 3 quarters, it's like, oh, Nick needs to get going. It's the fourth quarter because he doesn't stop. That's where his motor, that's what they talk about when they talk about motor. If anybody has any questions, watch a Nick Bosa game. If he's rolling in the first quarter, he's having an interception. Like, that's Nick Bosa. If he has 2 sacks in the first quarter, he's getting a pick. If he doesn't, watch how he works the tackles. Bryce Huff doesn't have to work the tackles. They got to line him up wide, and he's just got to hit that. I can't say that he waits. He's like D Ford, but D Ford tried to be on the ball. Bryce waits. Mm-hmm. He's just that fucking fast.
Yeah, his speed is. It's tough from a wide 9 set. That speed is tough
because he stays low too.
Yeah.
When they talk about bend, Bryce Huff has the bend. It's the ankles and elbow are on the ground.
Yeah, he's got that sprint. He's got the old school bend, and it's phenomenal to watch.
The pass rush is going to suffer a little bit, but the interior of my defensive line looks phenomenal with all the rookies. Mykel Williams really came through with a couple of half sacks against Kyler, paired with Bryce Huff. They're going to miss the bull rush from the outside, being able to just shove the pocket back. But now, here's where Nick Bosa, I think, suffers. It lost his 2 Super Bowls. It really did. He's so good at crushing the pocket. If the quarterback can get outside, now
he collapses and doesn't contain.
Correct.
It's the same thing It's the same thing Chris Jones did against Chargers.
Yes. Now they're containing and collapsing. It might be a more well-rounded unit. Obviously, I need 97 on the defensive line. But now, if they're able to make a good push, get the offensive side healthy, and maintain, because the safeties are playing out of their fucking mind. Fred Warner and D. Winters. D. Winters had one bad. He had that tight end touchdown across McBride, thank you. Where McBride showed he was a top 5 tight end in the league. He put his fucking left foot in the ground and left one of the fastest linebackers in the league in the dust. Dre Greenlaw, 3 years ago, knows that play is coming and he's 3 steps ahead of him to break it up. D. Winters, in his first full year of starting,
hasn't learned that yet.
Hasn't quite learned it. And he made up the ground. He made up the ground and tried to make a play on the ball. Trey McBride is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's all.
And that's where Kyler excels at, is that throw.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got no issues with my secondary. My fucking corner. Diamador Lenoir's allowed like 1 catch all season, I think, for 4 yards. And then Upton Stout, rookie.
Dude, that pass breakup was...
all season. He's been playing in the slot, and then in crunch time they go, okay, get to the outside. No, you can't do that.
And then he did.
I'm so impressed with how the Niners have become 3-0. They're going to hit a losing streak here in a couple of games. It could start this weekend. I don't necessarily see it. I could see the age and the injuries catching up to them. Once that team is healthy, because the only person that's out for an extended period of time is Nick.
Yeah.
Obviously, hope that does not change. Obviously, we didn't want to see Nick go down. This could be the scariest version, especially Robert Saleh hasn't even implemented his full defense. Because he has to come back in and re-implement. It's the most aggressive defense he's ever had.
Yeah.
We're seeing Fred Warner and D. Winters blitz. No. We're seeing a safety, and this is where I wish Eric Reed was still in the league because he'd be so good. So good as the will linebacker in this 4-3.
Yeah.
But not Adrian Colbert. I can't think of the other safety's name right now. He's coming down and playing linebacker, free Jimmy Ward's position, roaming Roaming safety. If you need to be a linebacker and smoke somebody over the middle, or if you think it's going to be deep and you need to take somebody's head off across the field, go do it.
Yeah.
They've got them running. I tried all offseason to not be this excited. I'm really excited to see what this team looks like healthy.
Yeah, no, I get that for sure.
They should have lost that game. That game they lost last year. That game they lost 2 years ago. And the backup quarterback with the backup offense, mind you, right tackle or right guard is the third string right guard.
Yeah.
Rookie. Replacing the other rookie who is replacing Ben Barch. We're down to a rookie I don't know the name of on the right side, and they're not allowing anything. Right now, our worst lineman is our left guard, Dominic Pooney.
Which is weird because he was like the best right guard in the league last year.
So I don't know if they need to move him back over to the right side and move one of the rookies over to the left, but that's my only concern. That's it. I should be so much more worried about this team. My expectations are playoffs, obviously wild card. Could they? I don't know. This,
you're leading the division.
Yeah, they shouldn't have won that game.
They typically don't.
Yeah, they shouldn't have won the game before that. They should not have beat the Seahawks in Seattle in week 1. Looking at how this team is hurt right now, I know all those injuries came in Seattle. They should not have won that game. Your number one receiver goes out after he catches a touchdown.
Yeah.
Your true number one wide receiver still got an ACL that's not healed. Your number 2 wide receiver serving a 3-game. That's just, they're getting DeMarcus Robinson back. He hasn't played a game.
Sorry, that's just so funny for you to hear somebody say they're getting DeMarcus Robinson back.
Outside of Ricky Pearsall, who's the next wide receiver?
I don't know, but it's funny that DeMarcus Robinson made the list.
Well, MVS started. Actually, MVS had a catch. He had a contested catch early in the game, and he caught it.
He also threw one hell of a block late in the game.
He did. I was really confused. I was like, wait a minute. Are you being productive? I'm not entirely sure how to handle this. Go sit down before I look.
He doesn't have a Hall of Fame wide receiver. He's like, shit, I have to play football. Or a Hall of Fame quarterback.
I don't know.
I guess moving on to Sunday night, which, God, I hated that this was a Sunday night game. Kansas City beats the Giants. I like what Thornton's turning into. Should get Xavier Worthy back this week. We've got, 3 more weeks before we get Rashee Rice back. I have my concerns with Kansas City. I mean, primarily the fact that Patrick Mahomes is playing like playoff football in week 3. That doesn't give me warm and fuzzies.
Leading the team in rushing. That's the part that gets me.
That's playoff Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is one of the Chiefs' playoff rushing leaders historically. But it worries me with how much he's running and how much he's running into defenders at the end of plays. Kelsey isn't right. The wide receiver core isn't awesome. Again, our best wide receiver on the field at the moment is fucking Tyquan Thornton. And he's made some great plays. Mahomes has missed him multiple times. I don't have warm and fuzzies. I'm glad they got the win. It looked kind of like I expected it to. And the people that are like, well, Harrison Butker missed another PAT. It was also a 48-yard PAT. It was not, because we can't fucking pull our heads out of our asses enough to not get a personal foul. I don't know. I have a lot of reservations about where we are as a team, about who we are as a team. And again, to me, the biggest identifier of that is the way Patrick Mahomes is running the football, because he is playing playoff football in the regular season for the first time in his career, and that has me nervous about where this team's headed.
He's been playing pretty well lights out because he's had to.
Yeah, I mean he's made some bad misses. He missed Thornton on some wide open balls.
Right now, the only quarterback that I can think of that hasn't had a god awful game is Josh Allen
and Daniel Jones.
Fair enough.
But no, I mean,
look, I was
not
putting their names in the same sentence earlier to be ironic, but that's a bit uncalled for.
And correct.
I know, that's the uncalled for part.
But the defense, this defense feels very much like the Patriots defense was there for years and years. You might be able to do things, but it's going to be your third option. You're not going to be able to do the first thing you want to do, and you're not going to be able to do the second thing. Which is why Cam Scatterbo had one of the best running games that Kansas City's given up in a long fucking time.
Okay, but CTE Christian McCaffrey, there's two different types of running backs that use their head.
You got the cerebral running backs and the crayon running backs. Cam Scatterbo is a Marine.
Cam Scatterbo should have been a 49er. He just, everything he does screams 49ers football. Everything he does. And
everything he does says he should have been a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, because that is Mike Allstott reincarnated.
Same thing. That's the same thing. Either team, I hate that he's a Giant, because we're going to get to watch another great running back.
He'll be great on Philly here in about 4 years.
Oh, stop. Oh, no.
Detroit beats Baltimore.
They're not going to make that mistake again. He's going to be a Commander.
Might be a Cowboy.
Did Jerry die?
You, me, and everybody else out there is hoping so.
No. I am not. I want this to continue forever.
No, because I wanted to go to Steven and be just as bad.
Who says that that's not the body he's going to use?
That's fair. That's also fair. Detroit beats Baltimore 38-30.
Love it.
It was a great fucking football game to watch. I was happy to see Baltimore also fall to 1-2. Made me feel a little bit better.
I can't believe I'm going to also say I feel so bad for Lamar, because he's actually having a phenomenal season. Like, 3 weeks in, he's out there. Aside from not running the ball as well as he should be.
And for me, the not running it as well as he should be deal comes down to, it looks like he is just. This is not going to be a comparison that makes sense at just surface level. He's taking the Colin Kaepernick approach to I'm not a runner, where he's just like, I want to throw the ball. Not comparing the quarterbacks.
No, I see what you're saying.
The Niners used Kaepernick as a runner for so long, and then when Kaepernick went, I am a quarterback, I am going to throw the ball, his play decreased because he wasn't willing to run in situations where you go, that's where you run.
Right.
And that's what it looks like Lamar's doing. He's trying to extend plays behind the line of scrimmage, where he has historically
just ran
the football.
Yeah, and you're right. No, I agree with that completely, because I guess the biggest thing is when he's not getting the first down, but he's still able to. Like, his quarterback prowess is so much higher than that of Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
He's throwing the ball away, or he's making a completion. It's just not a first down. He's hoping the wide receiver can, yeah. No, that's a phenomenal comparison. And that was actually, if we are not going to talk about it, but that was Cap's downfall. That was,
Yeah, I mean,
that won't be his downfall though, because we've seen him.
Lamar is a top 5 thrower of the football.
Yes,
that's again not comparing quarterbacks.
He needs to Mike Vick a little bit more.
Yes, he needs to be willing to run, trying to throw.
Yes,
that's what I'm trying to get.
His effect on the game should be as terrifying as when Patrick Mahomes scurries out of the pocket. I'm going to say scurry, not run, because that's exactly what it is. When Patrick,
it's a rapid shuffle.
When he's 5 yards past the line of scrimmage and he pump fakes and everybody stops, people should be running for the end zone when Lamar does that. Like, that should be the effect he has.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you're right. It's because he's not. When he gets out of the pocket, he's still. He doesn't have the balance. He is trying to.
He is trying to be the passer. Which again,
he
should be. He is. He is that quarterback.
So we're critiquing a guy for playing like 31 other quarterbacks when he is the 32nd quarterback.
He is the anomaly. I mean,
because I'll bring up Brock Purdy because I have to make it about the Niners, but it's what I know, right? Brock Purdy does the same thing because he can't extend the play like Lamar can. Lamar needs to not play like Brock Purdy, and he needs to play like Lamar. He needs to play like Mike Vick and Randall Cunningham. Guys that, oh, fuck, they are out of the pocket. Russell Wilson early in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Early Russ. Those guys. Instead, he is playing like Josh Allen.
He is Lamar Jackson cosplaying Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
And right now, Patrick Mahomes is cosplaying Lamar Jackson.
It's not working for either one of them. They need to switch. I'll say it. The football is more fun to watch when they switch back.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my God. No, that's fun. That's a great comparison.
And
it sucks because he's a good enough quarterback to do it. It's just, I think we're now seeing the downfall of his pieces. They're great when they're open. Because now the run game solely relies on Derrick Henry.
yeah,
Solely. And it's not that they're not calling the quarterback runs. Just he's not. Oh my God.
so
I didn't see it. I couldn't put my finger on what was wrong, but that explains it phenomenally.
That's the comparison there. That's what I see, and honestly, I feel like bad decisions are just leaking out into the team from there. And of course, Derek's got the 2 fumbles.
He forgets how to run the football. In the fourth quarter.
There's a weird issue going on there. But I mean, it shouldn't have mattered at all because David Montgomery, the Lions, they need to call church mode there. The game should have ended at the 2-yard line.
Right.
But Montgomery scores. I don't have any idea. I cannot understand the idea to go for 2 when Baltimore scored there. Because I understand it makes it a 6-point game. But
you still need that other possession.
Yeah, you still have to go score a touchdown. I feel like if you're going to do that, be down 7. I mean, I understand it sets you up with the opportunity to win, but now you have to have a 2-point to tie.
Right.
If you're going to go for 2 to win the game, go for 2 to win the game, not to make you force the decision to go for 2 just to have a chance to stay in the game. I thought that was a horrible fucking decision. Again, it shouldn't have mattered. David Montgomery should have gone down. And Jared Goff is yelling the entire time he's running, go down, go down, go down, go down. He scored, and he's like, I have to be happy for my guy, but
needed to.
David Montgomery goes to the field, and the I think the center for the Lions pulls him in, and that conversation is, hey, great run, get the fuck on the ground.
Right.
And that was, I mean, like I said, it should have been over before then. The Lions clearly won that game.
Oh,
but
yeah, it was.
But it was definitely a situation where
the Lions' ability to contain and they bent, they didn't break. Derrick Henry was running all over the place between the 20s and then fucking hit a wall. That was Lions football through and through. That was the same Lions team I picked to win the Super Bowl last year. Picked to make the NFC. That's the Lions team that makes me scared.
I said something Monday night that felt so wrong. Because after week 1, the question is, what are the Lions? Week 2 and 3 go by, and you're like, okay, the Lions are the Lions. Which is weird that means that they're winning football. I have been on this earth for damn near 30 years. For 28 of those years, the Lions being the Lions means they are losing football games, usually embarrassingly.
Dan Campbell has come in and turned that not only into a winning program, a program people want to play for, a program people want to root for. God, I clowned the guy.
Absolutely, and he is.
And I don't feel I was wrong, because up until that point, what had the Lions ever done to prove me wrong? I have never been so happy to be wrong.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I'm so happy for the Detroit, and that team fucking terrifies me.
Oh, not only the stoicism that they've had since their embarrassing loss in the NFC wildcard game, where ever since then, last year they all had this fire in their eyes. They're happy. They're bouncing. This year it's
work.
Yes.
And
you see it you see the fire and the intensity and the bouncy, the fucking, you see it on the sideline, you see it in the locker room after the game, and then as soon as they hit the podium, it's not an act. It's okay, we've celebrated, we're done. We're
on the next.
We've got a football game next week. The biggest thing I ever want to see is the 49ers win a Super Bowl. Right now, if I have to wait another 10 years and the Lions get 2, I
want those two teams at their best in the NFC Championship game.
We've seen it once,
and sign me up.
Yes,
every time. I'm good with it.
Yeah, I don't ever want another Lions rivalry after Jim Harbaugh and Jim Caldwell. But fuck, man.
Yeah, I'm here.
If they wanted to trade Super Bowl wins and losses, or NFC Championship games, and then Super Bowl wins back to back to back to back, I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, I would like to see those two teams do, because they both do things that are just make football fun. On to week 4. Thursday night, Battle of the Birds, Seahawks at Cardinals.
This one actually could be a fun game.
It very well could be.
I don't think it will be.
So I'm taking Seattle.
I'm taking Seattle as well.
Arizona.
James Conner is the reason.
Yeah. So
I don't know if they've come out and said. They've just said a knee injury that he's out for the season. I don't think I've seen ACL or Achilles.
I don't think I've seen any specifics on it either.
It just that it was. We both watched it. It was gruesome. Kind of why the Niners won the game, because James Conner showed exactly why the Steelers should have paid him money.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was. I don't know what Arizona's going to look like without him. I mean, and that's not a dig at Trey Benson. I think Trey Benson's a good running back. I think he's
That's
great
a
second.
great 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
But when you have to have Trey Benson be your one,
it's going to change things.
yeah.
Minnesota at Pittsburgh.
Most interesting game on the schedule this weekend. I hope I'm in a position on Sunday to be able to watch some football since I will be out of town for the next week.
Saying that one is an 8:30 game.
Yeah. I might not even be up by then because I will be driving all day. I'm taking the Steelers. I can't say I trust Aaron Rodgers more. I just trust Carl less.
You can take that trusting Carl less and shove it up your ass. I'm taking the Vikings.
I don't hate it. I really don't. Our app here has a 51%.
It's got a split 50. Mine shows 50s.
Does it? Mine's
Yep.
showing 51-49.
Yeah. So I would not have thought that's going to be a pick'em game, but yeah, I'm taking Minnesota to win that game. Fuck it, I'm here for Carl.
Yeah, fuck it.
Give me Carl the Viking, okay? Commanders at Falcons.
Commanders.
Yeah, absolutely. The Falcons.
I will say this. The Falcons, for some reason, are going to make this a little bit of a football game for about a half.
Yeah, very, very well could. Like it.
And then after that, it's going to go, oh, they put 50 on them.
Bills at Saints.
Bills.
This is not fair to the Saints, to the Bills, to the NFL as a whole, to little kids that watch this, to little kids that don't watch this. That's not fair. I think the Bills escape.
Like, I see it too. This is going to be the Spencer Rattler legacy game. And he's just going to come out swinging for like 2 tuds. And you're going to look at the Bills sideline and they're going to be like, I don't understand it either. We've hit the 2-yard line very quickly on 9 drives. And the center just handed them the ball every time. And he's like, I snapped it back. And they're like, we seen you. We watched it on the field, but for some reason they had the ball. Like it's gonna be the one game that happens every season where you go, oh man, maybe Josh is regressing a little bit, and obviously for the rest of the season he's fine, and he pulls this one out of his ass.
Yeah, said like this game for me ends one of 2 ways. The Bills kick a game-winning field goal in a very low-scoring game where you're like, what the fuck just happened? Or it's going to be 63-0 at the end of the second quarter.
Either way, the Saints don't win this. Because
the only impossible outcome here is the Saints win.
They end up with a number 2 overall pick, and they still take Arch.
Hey, homie, Arch is going to have to play good enough to get into the first round right now.
Look at the Saints and tell that to me with a straight face.
It's fair, but Cleveland at Detroit.
Detroit, and Cleveland's going to be picking number 3 and upset that they missed out on Arch. Miami's at 1 overall, and they're going to trade back because they don't know what a quarterback is.
Fair. I'm also taking the Lions. Panthers at Patriots.
There's who they're trading up with.
Patriots are going to give up the house to go up to number 1 again?
No, the Panthers. Bryce Young's done.
That's fair.
No, I like Drake May. I'm taking Drake May.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots as well. Chargers at Giants. The poor fucking Giants, man.
I do think this is going to be a lot better game than we're anticipating. I don't believe Jackson Dart gets his first career win.
I don't think Dart's winning this game. The Chargers are a rough fucking way to start your fucking career.
Absolutely. I do think he comes out and impresses, but loses on a probably a bad pick. He reminds me a lot of the quarterback on the other sideline.
It's fair.
But he's got Brian DeBall, so like...
Honestly, that's concerning to me right now. Because Daniel Jones,
You're right. You're. But at the same time, fucking Josh Allen had Brian DeBall, lost Brian DeBall.
But Daniel Jones.
I don't know. Okay?
Fair enough. Philadelphia at Tampa Bay. Battle of 3-0 teams.
Philly fan, you're going to call me a hater. It should have happened last week. Tampa Bay is winning ugly.
Damn it.
Tampa Bay's winning ugly.
I'm also taking Tampa.
It will not surprise me if the same shit happens as last week and the Eagles block a field goal and the corner's running it back to fucking seal the... Like, that would not surprise me in the slightest because the Buccaneers have been winning the same way the Niners have, which is very concerning for both reasons because it ends one of two ways. Either battle-tested as fuck come week 17 and they're bloodied and they're tired and they don't give a fuck. Like the Lions 2 years ago. Or it catches up with them and they suck. Like, one of two things. It happens one of two ways. I don't see that being the Bucs because they have some fucking swagger under center. They've got some good wide receivers. They've got a damn good defense. I don't understand that team. I like watching them. This one's going to be fun. I am taking the Bucs. They're going to win ugly.
Tennessee at Houston.
I'm so scared for Houston. I'm taking the Titans. Cam Ward looks phenomenal.
But the rest of Tennessee looks so bad. I'm taking Houston.
I hope to God and I hope it's a blowout. I hope this is.
I don't think it's a blowout.
Oh, I don't either. That's what scares me. If it's close, Houston's going to find a way to lose the game.
That's fair. I don't want to watch that game because I don't want to see what I think is going to happen.
I agree.
Indianapolis at Los Angeles.
Man, this one could be fun.
It fucking could be.
I want to say this. Indianapolis goes in and wins that game. I'm picking the Rams. If Indianapolis goes in and wins that game convincingly, I need to see some respect on the fucking Colts and some truth being told about the goddamn Rams, like we've been saying for the last 3 years. What have the Rams done to get this respect that they've been getting for the last 3 years?
Well, get ready because the Colts are winning that football game.
I'm rooting for you. Kyren Williams.
Jonathan Taylor.
I'm not. I expect the Rams to play how they did against the Eagles, and it should work. It should have worked last week. Obviously, it didn't work last week. Rams had 2 blocked field goals. I see that this one to me is more of a pick'em game than most places have it. I'm not quite sold.
The 70-30 split to the Rams on this feels gross to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm obviously my rant at the beginning. We have to be putting more respect on the teams that are 3-0 than It's just hard today. Their rankings, the Colts should be higher than the Rams. I think the Rams are a better football team. But I could very easily be proven wrong, and I want to be proven wrong. Because the way the Rams have won the last 2 and 3 seasons has been dirty, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Seahawks are just a more well-rounded team. The Niners, I still feel, are a well-rounded team. The Rams are that pesky fucking mosquito that just steals wins. And they won a Super Bowl doing that. There's nothing wrong. Like, you have to win how you have to win. Also, don't expect me to fully buy into it because you've had no groundwork. Right now, we're leaning on Sean McVay, who has proven he might be one of the best play callers in the NFL.
Yeah.
Sean McVay and what else? Kyren Williams, who was, a 6th-round pick out of...
Something like that.
Like, Puka Nacua is not doing what he's been known to. Devontae Adams, I've seen way too many drops. He's doing really good at pulling out pass interference flags. Like, he's doing a great job of that. Matt Stafford doesn't look great. The offensive line is not good.
Right.
The defensive line, for some reason, does not seem like they've lost much of a step. The secondary has holes in it. Their linebacker core, one game is elite. The next game doesn't know where the fucking football's at.
Can relate to that.
So, I just, they're so up and down. And they're playing a team that's stupid hot right now with a quarterback that's been dog shit for way too long, and he's playing lights out football. It's so hard for me to pick this game. My heart tells me the Colts. My stomach tells me the Colts. I wanted to pick the Colts. You remember when we took German in high school?
Yep.
I've got a little voice back here that speaks just a little bit of German. Not a lot. Little voice. And he's yelling to pick the Rams.
Oh, you weren't talking about your wife. My bad.
They don't watch.
I know.
Like, I'm not confident in my pick. And I hope to God you're right. I guess I don't want to finally jump on the Colts bandwagon.
Just in time for the fucking wagon to fall apart.
Yes. So
Yeah.
if it means me picking against the Colts all season for me to sing their praises, I will do it. I've done it in the past. I will continue to do it. I can't.
Glorious. Fucking glorious. I love it.
I would rather be wrong in my picks, but right in my heart. So I'm taking the Rams.
Jags at Niners.
Do we remember what happened the last time these two teams played?
Yeah, I was just going to pick the Niners and move on.
Yeah. Okay, Nick Bosa's not playing. Cool. Bryce Huff is faster.
Yep. Taking the Niners
Like,
comfortably.
I
And Brock might be back. So
especially if Brock's back. If Brock is playing and you're telling me that's the same offensive line that they had for Mac, same weapons. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Baltimore at Kansas City.
I hate this game.
I hate everything about this game.
Um,
I hate this game more than I hate a Monday night doubleheader.
Fortunately, we have one of those, too. I'm going to take the Ravens. I think at this point in the season, the Ravens are a better football team. I also wouldn't be surprised to see Derrick Henry fumble twice in the fourth quarter and lose it for the Ravens. I just want to know where the offensive production is going to come from on the Chiefs side.
That's fair. I'm just totally taking the homer pick, taking the home team, and picking the Chiefs.
Love it.
Have absolutely no fucking valid reason as to why. I don't trust them.
Love it.
Yeah, taking the homer pick. That's the only reason I've got is I'm like, fuck it. Chiefs are at home. It's the Ravens. Chiefs are winning. Patrick Mahomes outduels Lamar Jackson. That's what he does.
Historically, yeah. Bears at Raiders.
I'm going to take the Bears because the Raiders are ass.
Same.
Not that the Bears are good. The Raiders are ass. Gino is a jet.
There's I don't even know if Gino's the problem.
That offensive line is trash.
So is the Bears, but the Bears gives like 1.5 seconds. Gino's going snap. Ah!
Have you seen have you seen Ashton Genty's season numbers?
Yeah, he's getting hit well before the fucking.
Oh, I have a better stat.
Oh, cool. I like stats.
Ashton Genty has 145 rushing yards on the season. His yards after contact is 144.
Fair enough.
Green Bay at Dallas.
How many sacks does Micah have?
All of them.
Dak's going to die.
So they asked Micah how it's going to feel to sack Dak, and he goes, "It's going to hurt." And I was like, I'm pretty sure he just spoke for Dak there. I think Micah might. What's the record? 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so at least 11.
He's going to blow it out of the water.
Like, I'm not saying it's a high-scoring game for the Packers offense. I don't know that the Packers offense does shit. It might just be Micah. I can tell you what, I'm starting Micah over Aiden Hutchinson in fucking fantasy this week.
Absolutely. Yeah,
which is hard to do against the Browns, but, it's whatever. I'm taking the Pack. Then Monday night, Jesus fuck. Talk about the second game I thought would, at the beginning of the season, I'm like, that could be a good game. After watching what Browning did last week, and then you go, oh, by the way, Denver's next. Boy, Jets at Dolphins.
I think that the Dolphins might be the worst team in the NFL.
They are making a run at it.
Even with as bad as Tyrod played at the end of the game last week, that's a better football team. Aaron Glenn reminds me a lot of Robert Saleh his first 2 seasons as a Jet.
Mm-hmm.
He's got him in the right direction as long as nobody will fuck it up for him.
Yeah.
Justin Fields has been playing good-ish football. Well, he's been a respectable quarterback this season with no offensive line, and he's had a little bit of help from Garrett Wilson.
And hey, Breece Hall has been a fucking monster.
Absolutely, he has. Absolutely, in the passing game. I'm talking in the
Okay.
passing. Yeah. Okay. Outside of that, he's had to run for his life and get it to Breece Hall. And yeah, they're 0-3. So are the Dolphins. The Jets are a better football team today, tomorrow, and next week.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jets as well. Yeah. The Dolphins are fucking ass.
So bad.
Tua's not in the top 32 of starting quarterbacks right now.
No.
That offense has no efficiency. Hey, Darren Waller might be back this week. No. If the Dolphins and Saints play this year, I'm taking my wife on a nice date that day.
That sounds fine. I've got a more fun idea. We take a shot for every sack.
Ryan, I'm a father. I have responsibilities. I have a job that requires Mondays to be available for me. Dying and or not being able to move the next day doesn't sound like an option for me.
I might be a father.
Okay.
Okay, so you like your job.
Bengals at Broncos.
Take the Broncos.
I'm also taking Denver. The Bengals, I feel like I've said this before. If you take Joe Burrow off the Bengals, that's like a 3-13 team. They might be worse than that.
I've got quick stat for you before we get out of here.
Okay. The first thing you've done quick all night. Probably not the last.
How many teams in the NFL have a rushing touchdown this year?
Considering I have Chase Brown, I'm going to guess 31.
You would be correct. Which team does not have said rushing touchdown?
Considering I have Chase Brown, I'm going to go ahead and say the fucking Bengals.
Incorrect.
Really?
Incorrect.
Do the Broncos not have a rushing
Also incorrect.
Who the fuck doesn't have a rushing touchdown?
The San Francisco 49ers. 3 weeks into the season, the San Francisco 49ers, whose backfield is Christian McCaffrey and Brian Robinson Jr., Isaac Guerrero Jr., do not have a rushing touchdown. They don't have one from a quarterback. They don't have one from a tight end, a wide receiver, or a running back. They do not have a single rushing touchdown. They've all been through the air. When I say I'm not worried about this team right now, it's because once they figure out how to get in the end zone by handing the ball off, they're going to be just fine. I think that cycle ends this weekend against Jacksonville.
God, I would hope so.
What's going to be great is that they're going to score 5 touchdowns and they're all going to be through the air.
2 of them are going to be halfback passes.
Absolutely.
Jesus. And by halfback, I mean I do mean Isaac Guerrero.
Throwing to Christian McCaffrey, the emergency quarterback.
Who laterals it to fucking... I don't know, one of your wide receivers. Sky Moore, fuck it. Sky Moore's going to have your first rushing touchdown of the season. On that note, we're going to get out of here.
End around.
We love you guys. Be kind to each other, love one another, and always remember, fuck the Cowboys.